IHELP, interactive help for the elderly to live plus. The population of old-age adults is continuously increasing. Although overall health care for the elderly has somewhat improved, many things still need to be addressed. Old age is associated to health problems and constant checkups involving things such as body temperature and blood pressure. Keeping this in mind, the overall emotional state of the elder needs to be revised. Among the many symptoms of old age, loneliness, depression, and memory loss is common. Although the elderly population is at risk from several complications and diseases resulting in many families deciding to place them in nursing home communities, some of the elderly would like to maintain their independence for as long as possible. With the shift of the baby boomer population to the elderly category, we are marketing to individuals of 65 and older who still wish to live somewhat independently and without Alzheimer's disease. IHELP is a system that would, in essence, provide care for the elders in almost every way. IHELP is a smart computer or friend. It has several aspects that target the elderly with specific and personalized preferences to help them maintain their health and safety. It has a waterproof multifunction bracelet with a digital watch, a vital sign monitor, medicine and exercise applications, a GPS component, 911 component, a medical history component, as well as a soothing feature. Vital sign monitor monitors the individual's heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, and other important features that can assist in the prevention of injury or more serious health problems. The system would allow doctors or other healthcare providers who had approved access to enter notes about specific areas the senior needed to work on. One such example is improving balance after a fall. The system would incorporate these notes for future use in exercise plans and instruction. In order to increase the physical activity and fitness of the elderly, IHELP provides exercise instruction and monitoring of the user's fitness levels. The watch counts the number of steps the elder person takes and updates the person when he or she has completed the designated number of steps with a soft buzz or vibration, a beep sound, a flash, or a voice announcement. The severity of the vibration or the loudness of the notification can be set according to the preferences of the elder person. This exercise or health application will allow the elder person to maintain a healthy routine and to encourage them to walk and exercise regularly. With a GPS, one could set up and adjust weekly exercise routes for walking via the computer or manually. The GPS component would also be a way for family members of the elder person to feel more comfortable with that person living alone. In addition, with the GPS portion of the GPS can lead the elder person from one area to another, and most importantly, back home. The elder individual can yell help, and via voice recognition technology, the watch will automatically call 911. The 911 dispatcher can talk to the individual through the watch and see what the situation is, if the elder person is able to speak, and to help them assess the situation. The 911 calls can also be triggered by an extremely irregular heart rate. Furthermore, the elder person can also double tap the top of the watch if he or she is in need of help. The watch has all of the medical history pertaining to the patient on it as well. Thus, in case of emergency, the allergies and desires of the person is made known depending on the medical location, essentially providing a technical health tag. The smart device would be plugged to speakers and microphones around the house. The device would allow the elder to check their temperature and blood pressure every morning. It would also remind the elder when to take their medication and when a doctor's visit is coming up. The elder would be able to speak to it, and the device would constantly ask questions and allow the doctor to help develop a diagnosis via the elder's emotional, mental, and health status, and automatically send it to the elder's physician. When the elder person goes to the doctor or hospital, the watch can be plugged into a computer to display the daily heart rates, blood pressure, and other vital signs. The elder person can also do this in the comfort of their own home if they are interested in seeing their own progress. All of the information from the amount of exercise to the temperature is automatically stored into an information system database. The database is computer monitored, and if any of the levels are too high or too low, it immediately triggers an alert to the physician of the patient. In addition, there is also a soothing sensation in the bracelet that is triggered by an increased heart rate. The heart rate threshold will be set according to the appropriateness of the individual, but it would release some sort of gripping or hug sensation to calm the elder person down. The individual can also manually release the sensation, and it is automatically released when 911 is dispatched to the location of the individual. The purpose of IHELP is to promote independence, to support the health of the elderly, and to engage them in the process of maintaining their illness and general well-being, to help them live a lifestyle that promotes their health and to help them to continue to progress. Thus, its operation as a telehealth device allows independent, healthy living for the elderly person. Some similar devices include the Health Buddy system that connects patients in their homes to their healthcare providers, telephone reminder system, iRhythm, which is designed to archive the heart rhythm for at least 7 days using a skin adhesive patch worn on the chest, a live cord, which captures a patient's real-time heart rhythm directly via smartphone, Airstrip, that captures vital sign data, a Q sensor, a very similar product by Effectiva that helps record vitals. How our product differs is in several ways. Unlike Health Buddy, which is only an in-home communication and telemedical device, IHELP is portable and can be used anywhere. In addition, IHELP is more mobile, portable, and has a voice interactive component. So the schematics. How does it work? Well, with the utilization of smartphone technology. The watch contains the common functioning features of any watch, as well as the technological features of a smartphone. Utilizing software support through platforms such as Java, our software will be arranged as a stack, similar to other computers that have user interface framework and an application suite that include a vocal calendar. Hardware support, being run on hardware similar to that of a smartphone. A USB port will be available to access medical history. Computer chips would give the watch its functionality. It would be inserted into the watch. Similar chips to that of smartphones would be used so that the watch's battery is not easily drained. The fact that the device connects to the internet and has Bluetooth capabilities will make the whole process much simpler and make access to data easier. Other important facts of the watch is the data synchronization with applications such as Apple's iCal. It can also play audio and video files in some standard formats. So, it's easy. Layout and functionality of the watch will be very simple. There's also going to be a manual that will be included. One foreseeable concern that may arise is compatibility regarding operating systems. As we move forward, we hope to produce an even more efficient, user-friendly watch by means of focus groups, customer satisfaction reports, and surveys. We also hope to continually bridge services with other companies to come up with a cost-effective product for our elderly. Some foreseeable barriers, just as any good product, we will also have our challenges of cost reduction, finding investors, patent laws, cost of research, and production of parts. Finally, marketing and advertising also is a huge cost. So, with all things considered, for initial startup, product parts being about $500 per unit, testing for our product to be about $100 per unit, and hiring technicians being around $25,000 to $40,000 per employee, and advertising being around $1,000, we would like to ask the monetary amount of $1 million. Some benefits. There are several benefits to this new initiative, as it includes giving the care provider a clear picture of an elder's day-to-day health, and it offers reminders about medications. IHELP also reinforces healthy behaviors as it encourages and keeps track of the amount of exercise one performs daily, and makes sure the elderly person takes the right medication on a regular basis. Not only would this device greatly aid the elder's health, but also overall emotional state. This device will definitely help the elderly population in the future with their need to be on their own and to not feel like such a burden on their families. It will help the elderly person feel more independent and secure, not only in their environment, but also in some control of his/her condition or state. So, help us help our elderly. Help us prepare for our own futures. Remember, a smart watch is smart living. Welcome to Independent Lifestyle.